So we're about ready to start. We have 49 people visiting. And we did put out a little tune list. You see your list is over there, by the way.
Thank you. That's excellent.
But we're not going to stick religiously to it. And in fact, we'll probably look at some requests that come through. So checking some tuning. So we put them in keys in case there are banjo players out there. Oh wow, we're really off here.
We'll get it. This is right on.
Now, if there are banjo players in the crowd, speak up now, so we'll know you're there. And we'll be careful about switching keys. Otherwise, we could wildly switch from one key to the other.
Very wildly. So my question is, you don't want to start with Angeline the Baker?
Sure. Let's start with Angeline the Baker.
A couple times, just to make sure we're all in tune.
Play it a few times.
All right.
Key of D.
Okay, now we're warmed up.
I'm going to get so we can see the comments. There they are. And we have a volume control, so I'm just checking. If volume seems fine, you don't have to say anything. But if we need to be louder or quieter or balanced differently, just let us know.
I'm going to say this ought to be up a little bit more, just for my taste. Do you think it's okay?
I do.
All right.
I do. It's pointing up.
Okay.
Yeah. Sounds... Volume is good, says Dave Reiner.
Okay.
He's the expert. He's done this before.
I trust his ears.
If we're going to stay in the key for a little while, we could go to a kind of an Irish contradance tune that's on our list.
We plan to skip all over the map, tune-wise, but to be in 3 different keys during this session and do a big chunk of the key of D, then a big chunk of the key of A, and a big chunk of the key of G to finish off. But we'll go back and forth between Southern and Northern and who knows what else.
I'd be inclined to go to G before A.
You want to do that?
Would that be all right?
It's fine with me.
Okay, but D for now.
D to G to A it will be. D for now.
The Rose and the Heather.
Jig. Ooh. I could do piano, but I think I'll do guitar. Playing that tune a long time, huh?
Yeah, about
So many dances.
4 minutes. Wow. Well, I'm looking at our little list over there. There's a tune. Before we go into the more challenging tunes,
Yes.
I was thinking trying a tune that's a lot of bang for the buck. It's a super simple tune that's just so satisfying to play. And we frequently use it at Ashokan at all of our music camps that we teach fiddle at as a very kind of introductory tune, but then you can elaborate on it and have fun with it. It's the melody of a Scottish ballad called Bonny James Campbell.
Ah, yes. A frequent slow jam favorite, actually.
Yeah. It's in key of D.
Key of D.
Like,
And I'm going to start out with the simplest chords. Hopefully, I'll try for that. The simplest chords, and then the second or third time around, I'll start throwing in some options.
and I'll start out with a kind of skeletal melody.
Okay.
Then I'll put some meat on the bones.
Yeah, why don't I drone the first time or the first half time?
Bonny James Campbell.
Drone the D.
It's so sharp, though. Your A string.
That part's good.
There you go. Okay.
Better?
Here we go, yeah. Has a nice unresolved ending.
2 in a row.
Kind of love that. it's
unresolved today.
Maybe it's time for something like a waltz or an air.
Okay. What do you have in mind?
I love the Bob McQuillen tune, Amelia. It's one of the finest waltzes in the fiddle repertoire.
It certainly is. Let me play piano for that.
Oh, yeah, that'd be great. Good idea.
All
Bob
right.
McQuillen, he wrote hundreds of tunes. We had the great honor and pleasure of knowing him over the years. I think I first met him in the 70s at the Fox Hollow Folk Festival, way back when. And he just wandered through the campgrounds any time of the day or night with his accordion, ready to play any kind of music with anyone.
Key of D. Oh, I'm not very visual, but
we can
the way it goes.
move that.
I could scoot it up a little. Wait.
Yeah.
Look at that.
So Mr. McQuillen, he was a real gentleman, a sweet guy, but he also was a Marine, and his sometimes his choice of language was like the proverbial sailor. Okay, here's a beautiful tune by Bob. Amelia.
Oh, tell people the first two notes. They probably know it already.
Okay. A, D, 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 G, F sharp. That's the first three notes.
Yeah.
Here we go.
Bonus note.
Yeah, such a satisfying tune. I love
really is. What a great tune. What a great tune.
It is indeed. So I'm just thinking, if we were to move to the key of G, or is it too soon?
Oh, let's see.
Well, if you're grabbing the guitar, let's play Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss.
Let's do.
You want to play that guy? Right
that would be fun.
Always got a cool instrument here. It's a banjo guitar or a guitar banjo. I'm not sure what you call it. Somebody can probably chat that in for us. Like, what do you say over there, folks? We're thinking of a tune called Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss. A very popular square dance tune, old time.
Let's see if this is
Southern Appalachian tune.
In agreement with you in the. It's been sitting in a warm room.
That's not bad.
Not too bad.
Heard a lot worse.
Did you already say when it's from?
This banjo thing?
1890 or something?
1890 or so, yes.
It's old. I love an instrument that's older than me. Makes me feel so young.
This one's from 1849.
Oh, that's good.
That guy beat. This was already middle-aged when that was born. We'll take it at a nice moderate tempo. I started the wrong thing. Dave used to say.
Yeah.
Not that that was an Uncle Dave tune, but it's a fun one. I'm looking in there. I'm going to read some of these comments and see. Huh. Interesting.
What do you hear?
Comments are disabled via Facebook feed. I wonder why.
Oh, interesting.
I'm seeing these comments, by the way, folks. I see them. I see Randall Taylor Craven. I see David.
Hey, there's some names
Ken
we
Shaw.
know. You know what that...
Enjoyed the story about Bob? Yeah, man. Help from Yvette Tannenbaum in Northern Rig. Hello.
Hey.
Sometimes just turning your iPod pad and they'll show up. We'll see. I think everything's going to be all right.
That reminds me, though, to remind people, and many people out there probably already know, but Jay and I do a thing every Wednesday.
We do?
Yeah, 8 o'clock Eastern time. We sit here in this very room.
It's called the Quiet Room.
We have the Quiet Room. And we're not very quiet. We play sometimes pretty loud, in fact. But it's a lot of fun. We do tunes of all variety. Some beautiful slow waltzes and airs, some kickin' French-Canadian tunes or New England tunes, all kinds of things.
But I think the focus is on a mixture of the unusual and the usual. And the unusual is because we do it every week, and we've run out of playing things that we really know. So now we're digging up stuff that we are just writing or just learning, and it's a lot of fun.
It is a lot of fun.
But tonight we're going to stick with the familiar unless somebody asks for something truly weird. Since you've got the banjo thing in your hand,
yes,
and we could move to the key of G.
We can. I'm ready for that.
I'm thinking, why don't we play "Shove the Pig's Foot" a little farther in the fire?
Always a great first
North
G
Carolina tune.
I love it.
And it just got a wonderful title.
I learned this tune many years ago at Southern Week at Ashokan from Bruce Molsky. That's the first time I ever heard it.
And I think me too.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It has flourished and been played so many times over the years since then. Okay.
Now it starts fingering-wise on the fiddle, very much like "Fly Around My Pretty Little Miss," but on one string over. So it's going to take me a minute to
remember it.
Yes. Thank you, Molly Lisa. What would I do without her memory there?
You'd probably make up some amazing tune trying to remember one. I'll play it with you the first time.
Okay.
thing's
Is it acting up?
a little bit. It's a little hot and humid
Well,
for
you
it
might
to be happy.
set it aside for a little bit.
Yeah, we'll give it a rest for a while.
It's got a stand right there you could use.
I'll get that.
Let's think of a lovely waltz that we could play.
Okay. In the key of G.
Yeah, maybe, I don't know if we should stick to this one key thing, but let's do a waltz in G. It's all right.
All right. Oh, do you have one on the list? Oh, there's that one.
Yeah, there's
Two
that.
keys, though.
That's good, but there's we could play
There's Westphalia.
Tom Bigbee.
We could.
Let's see. Are people actually able to text us and say requests? I'm just
voting.
wondering if anybody's out there that might have any requests. The Tom Bigbee Waltz is one, whether you know it or not, you could play it. You can learn it on the fly. It's so beautifully simple. One of those tunes that just has very little melodic content. It's all perfect. We learned it from the fiddling James Bryant back when he was playing with Norman and Nancy Blake in the Rising Fawn String Ensemble, I think they called themselves.
I think so.
Yeah. So here it is. It's the Tom Bigbee Waltz, named after a river down there in Alabama, I believe. Okay. Tom Bigbee Waltz. Sure, we can do that.
Yeah.
So, I was thinking about music that comes from other kinds of sources. Something that isn't a fiddle tune.
Really?
Yeah, it's a sing-along and a jam-along.
Okay.
It's a song we frequently do in our concerts. It comes from Leadbelly.
Oh, I know what you're talking about.
You know what I'm talking about, right?
I do.
So Leadbelly was a guy who lived grew up in Shreveport, Louisiana, and Alan Lomax discovered him. He was in a prison, and he was able to sing his way out of prison, they say.
Wow.
He got a pardon, and he traveled and became a contemporary and a collaborator with Woody Guthrie, Pete Seeger, other people like that.
So we're talking about the 1940s, late 1940s,
Yeah,
early 50s, maybe?
He died in 49.
Oh, he died in 49.
Just shortly before his song Irene Goodnight became a #1 hit on the pop charts, recorded by the Weavers.
Wow.
So a little earlier than that, he wrote this song, Relax Your Mind, for the National Traffic Safety Council. They clearly didn't use it, if you judge by the driving today.
I'm trying to get so my left hand is visible.
Oh, yeah. On the screen? Here
Yeah.
we go. So, let's review what the chord changes are once.
Okay. It's in the
Because
key of
it's
G.
unusual.
Very bluesy. Starts on a G, and then to a G7th, maybe if you want to, and then C, and back to G.
Here's the unusual part.
Then it's got a quick little turnaround. G to E, right to D, and then C. Let's play that little chunk again.
I'm just going to mention that usually those turnarounds go circle a fifth, so it would have gone from G, it would have gone D.
G, E, A, D is what the normal thing
But
is.
we're leaving the A
Skips
out.
the A, and it sounds like this. E, D7, C, or C7. And then finally it resolves back to G.
All right,
So
there we
that's
go.
how each of the things ends. That way.
Okay.
Finally, back to G.
Yeah. When you're driving in your automobile, keep your hands on that steering wheel.
What's that?
Sometimes you got to relax your mind. Your mind. Learn this chorus. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. It makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. Your mind. Oh, when the light turns green, put your foot on the gasoline. 'Cause sometimes you got to relax your mind. Your mind. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. It makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you got to relax your mind. Your mind.
Here we go now.
Now when the light turns blue, what in the world are you gonna do? 'Cause sometimes you got to relax your mind. Your mind. Relax your mind. Relax your mind. It makes you feel so fine sometimes. Sometimes you got to relax chorus. Relax your mind, relax your mind. It makes you feel so fine sometimes. Well, sometimes you've got to relax your mind. Big four chord. Your mind. Yeah. I hope a bunch of people were soloing on that, you know. With this Zoom thing, we could have 150 people soloing at the same time.
And it sounds great.
It does.
It does.
It's fun.
That was extremely relaxing.
So, you know, we've been running these camps at Ashokan. Mm-hmm. This is our 40th anniversary. I think 1980, we were probably the first fiddle camp. It was called Fiddle and Dance Workshop and at Ashokan. And I was involved with some camps before that, but this is the one that really caught on because of that amazing location. And we're not able to be there now because of the pandemic. So we are running those camps online. The next one coming up is Northern Week.
Yes.
With the various idioms.
When does that start? When does Northern Week start?
It starts on
a week
Monday.
From tomorrow?
Yeah, Monday the 20th of this month.
Okay.
The fees are on a sliding scale, and if you sign up for any of the camps this summer, there's Northern coming up, there's Guitar Camp, Bluegrass Camp, Family Camp, and Southern Week. So if you, any of these and all of them, sliding scale, and that gets you in for a year because all of the camp classes and jam sessions are archived, and you will be able to access them and go back in and check them out. And each class has a resource folder where the teachers can put recordings and written music. And you got that for a whole year.
Not only can you go back and review the class because, you know, maybe there's a little piece of it that you didn't quite grasp or you'd really like to see the teacher teach that again. You can not only do that, but you can also go back and go to the class that's happening at the same time that you weren't able to go to the first time.
You're right.
We have two things going on at once in two different rooms, we call them. So there's all this other stuff that you'll go back and be able to visit. It's pretty cool. I had my skepticism about it, but once we started doing them, it's really fun. It's really great. You can get a lot of wonderful information and see people and jam without anybody hearing you. That for me has some great values now and then.
Yeah.
Most of the
go
time,
at your
actually.
own speed.
Yeah.
So Northern Week is New England contra dance music, and some of the people teaching would be
Quebecois.
Well, I'm going to mention each idiom.
Great.
A little bit. Rodney Miller, Max Newman, Quebecois music, exactly, and amazing fiddler who has been at Fiddle Hell many a time, Eric Favreau, and he's bringing Sylvia LeMay, accordion, and Matthew Bailajan, piano. In English, speaking of piano, Jacqueline Schwab, English piano, and Andre Nuth is teaching English fiddle. There's Scandinavian music with Amy Harkinson teaching the nickel harpa classes, Bruce Sagan teaching the fiddle classes.
Singing?
There's singing
Yep.
with Susie Burke.
Yep.
And another great guitarist,
There's
her husband David Surratt, teaching.
Mandolin
And
and
guitar. And Rachel Bell will be there with French music from France.
Susan
I'm leaving
Kevra?
out
Did you
something.
say Susan Kevra?
She won't be there.
Oh, she won't be there.
No,
she couldn't
make it.
Okay.
Yeah. So if you want to find out more, go to ashokan.org. That's the shortcut. And that'll take you to all the camps.
There's even a calling class. I couldn't believe it, but there's going to be a
Chet
calling
Gray.
class.
Yes, you're right.
Yeah.
Chet Gray is teaching a calling class.
Amazing. Well, let's play
We should play some Northern
exactly
music.
what I was thinking. We're still in the key of G. We could do High Part of the Road.
Yeah.
Or
yes, let's do that. And from that,
Around the Horn.
Well, let's do High Part of the Road into this one.
The one in A. Oh, Spootiscary.
Yeah, what do you think?
Fine with me.
Oh, cool.
Okay, I'm going to do
You
piano.
can play piano.
Yeah, I haven't done that.
So these tunes are
Very
ones that
much
we
so.
love playing at contra dances.
This way.
And just for the fun of it, hanging around at home.
Okay.
Let's see, High Part of the Road. So a jig to a reel.
And they're both in G.
A jig to a reel in G. High Part of the Road to Spootiscary. Here we go. mistake there. Let's stick with it. Well, I totally went into the wrong tune,
Well,
but a good one.
But it's a good tune.
Yeah.
Yes, at least it was a good tune. It fit in there. It was good.
Just
Love that
kind of
tune.
spaced out a little bit.
Such a simple melody. You know, it has a lot of reuse going on in there, reuses lines, but yet it's so effective.
When I play Far From Home,
Yes.
I sometimes think of David Kaner, who'd been at Fiddle Hell many times and part of Northern Week ever since the beginning of it.
Yep.
He's not well, but he loves to hear from people. So if you're a friend of David's or an acquaintance, check in with him by email or text or something.
Send him a card, send him an email.
Because I definitely learned that last tune from him. And each week on our Quiet Room show, we play one of his original tunes. Molly,
Yes.
You're on the piano there.
I am?
Would you, well, you're by it right now. Would you consider the Lover's Waltz at this point?
We could do that. Two
Yep.
keys, you thinking?
Yeah.
G and D.
So yeah, we'll do it our regular way that
Okay.
we do it.
All right.
And also, I'm still looking for requests. I'm not seeing any out there. I'm just going to oh, look at that. There's a lot of writing that we don't get to see. And now I'm seeing it.
You have to look
Yeah.
for it. You have to look for it.
Yeah, wow. Cape Cod Banjo. Person in Idaho. Let's see what some of the latest things are. I hope you don't
Okay.
mind me reading these.
I think it's a
I
good
think
thing.
it's a good thing
that
to
you take
read
a-
them.
Take a moment to do
Steve
that.
Trampy. Wow, I haven't seen him in
Hey.
a long time.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Wow.
Steve, I wonder where he is these days.
I don't know. He can tell us via
can?
this, though.
Unless he wants to keep it a secret, of course.
Oh, what was that last tune somebody said? And that is Far From Home.
Far From Home.
Bonnie James Campbell. Maybe that was long ago.
I think we will rename it Far From Spootiscary.
Yeah, good idea.
Yeah.
Well, I think we'll play instead of reading.
Okay,
And
good idea.
oh, come back. Lover's Waltz. So we do it twice in G, then we modulate to D, play 1A, 2 Bs, and our kind of habitual traditional ending. I hope some folks are out there dancing too. This is a waltz. Ready, Molly?
I'm ready.
Okay, I'm going to move the mic a little toward the piano.
Okay.
Nice last note there,
Oui.
Mom.
Yeah, that was kind of
It was good.
riotous, wasn't it?
Big one.
Ah,
Let's see. I'm thinking about. I keep thinking of stuff here.
okay.
Is that all right? I mean, I
It's okay.
keep going on a roll.
We have a little bit more time.
We do.
We do. And we have to do some things in the key of A before we're
Oh
done.
my gosh, you're right. Well, while you're there,
Yeah.
we could play Trip to Windsor. We could play Big John McNeil.
In A, you mean?
Those are in A.
Yeah. Do you want to do Round the Horn before
Yeah.
we go? Let's
Yeah.
do that before we go.
Sure. Well, we can medley. things. You want to play guitar on
I
that?
think so. Yeah.
Okay. So this is a tune I wrote back in the 70s, I think. And
Which century was that?
yes, the 1970s.
Ah.
And a number of people play it. To this day, it's very flattering. It's out there in tradition, so to speak. I would go from this one.
Wizard's Walk,
Ah,
maybe. There we
okay.
go.
Well, we're going to play a medley of our hits, as they say, on K-Tel Records or whatever it is. So we'll do Round the Horn, Vladimir, Steamboat, and The Wizard's Walk. And we'll take them all at a kind of a moderate tempo so that we want to be ready to get rid of the guitar. Right?
Yeah.
So that, we don't leave anyone in the dust, but it'll be fun.
I have to get back here.
G, D, and E minor is the last tune. Ready? Here we go.
I am ready.
kind of drifted into the last time a little sooner than expected.
That's okay. That's okay. That's not the world's greatest jam tune. So.
Yeah, I was thinking about that.
Yeah.
I was thinking maybe that wasn't the jammable, but some people were jamming.
Yeah, they were. Yeah, they were.
Some people were happy to be jamming on that.
So,
Yeah.
You want to move into the key of A? Are you ready for that?
Yeah, I'm ready for the key of A.
You know what I'd really like to do? Although that's a nice idea to start with that.
We need to play a waltz. We do.
Yeah. So one of our favorites that we play every year at Northern Week, maybe 2 or 3 or 4 times, Margaret's Waltz.
Beautiful, beautiful tune.
Yeah.
And at Northern Week, we're teaching as well. We're teaching 2 sessions of waltzes during the upcoming Northern Week. Now, I'm trying to remember the name of the writer of this tune. Everyone out there knows.
Everybody knows.
And I forget the name.
Pat
Shaw.
Yeah.
And maybe you already know the story. I learned it from the wonderful hammered dulcimer player, Pfennig's All-Stars.
Oh, Bill Spence.
Bill Spence, who sadly has passed on now. I learned a lot of tunes from his hammered dulcimer back in the 70s. This waltz is one of them. And I ran into Allie Bain. We were good buddies back then, and I taught it to him. And when he went back to Scotland and England, he ran into Pat Shaw, and he played this tune for him. He said, I learned this tune in America. I think you're going to like it. And according to Allie, Pat said, like it? I wrote it.
It's a real story.
You can't beat a true story like that. Okay. I think I'm going to get a different
So there's different variations of chords, a little bit.
That's true.
You can almost use all A, D, and E. Some people like a little bit of B minor or B minor 7th. A little bit of, maybe even a little bit of F sharp in places. I'll probably go back and forth and do a variety of different ways to do it. It's such a beautiful and simple tune, though. I try not to go too crazy. So.
Okay. Margaret's Waltz.
Start out with a droney thing, maybe?
Sure.
Okay.
Tuning.
Start out with a tuning thing. That's better.
Margaret's
tune.
Waltz from Pat Shaw by way of Bill Spence. Yeah. Well, we got a few more we could do.
Yes, we do.
I want to mention, if you're interested in our recordings, and there's a great recording by a beautiful fiddle orchestra in New Hampshire of David Kaner tunes and a few other tunes. It's called Mostly Kaner, and it is sold to benefit David. So that's available on our website too. Our website is jayandmolly.com. 100% of the proceeds from the Mostly Kaner CD go to David. And we have a CD called The Quiet Room that is pretty much soothing and relaxing music. And we've reduced its price to $5 so that folks can buy multiple copies and get them to healthcare workers and other people who are involved in protecting us from the crazy disease that's out there. People doing heroic work under great stress. So we want to get those CDs to anybody who might feel better at the end of the day listening to some music.
That CD is called The Quiet Room, and that reminds me to mention once again our Wednesday evenings at 8 o'clock on Facebook. Are we still on Facebook?
Facebook Live.
The Quiet Room, where we sit and play mostly...
Maybe we should play that too.
Oh, The Quiet Room? Well, I don't know if it's a play along so much.
Yeah,
you know?
If they had the book. So there's a book. It's called Catskill Mountain Waltzes and Airs. It's available.
Looks like that.
Yeah. You'll see it eventually. You're in a moment you'll see how it looks on the screen.
Yes.
Not too bad, Molly. Pretty good.
Well, I did my best.
You did good.
Okay.
But we don't have that much time,
No,
so we should play.
Though, I would love to play another old-time, Southern old-time tune. This is one that I've known for decades and decades. I learned it when I lived on the West Coast.
Okay.
From the Gypsy Jippo String Band. And it's called, which one is it called?
Grub Springs?
Grub Springs.
I knew it.
Yes, that is the very one that I would love to play. It's extremely simple melody. Like few notes, but the same ones over and over in the correct rhythmic pattern. So you have to get that down. Once you get that, it's pretty smooth sailing.
Okay.
It's also very...
Let's just do it.
Yeah.
But
not so many chords.
Oh, yeah, you want to show that?
The first part, the A part, is only an A chord and an E chord. Little bit of E, lot of A. The B part is a lot of A again, but a little bit of D chord and a tiny bit of E chord at the end, I think.
No, they'll figure that out.
I have to remember.
Now you'll have to remind me of that tune, because I've got the title. But
it starts like the scale in the key of A.
Oh, yeah.
Like A, B, you know? A, B, C sharp. Yep.
Frequently played in cross A, but you can play it in so-called standard tuning. Grub Springs.
What a great little simple tune there.
Well, you know, we're kind of at the end of our time frame here.
Yes, we are. It went so fast.
It did. It went fast.
Do you want to do one more kind of gentle tune to end?
Yeah.
Not too long?
Well, it's as long as it is. I think we're kind of going to be obliged to play that right there.
Okay. All right.
Yeah, we will close with our usual closing tune. So that anybody out there who would like to play Ashokan Farewell with us can. It's named for that place we've been talking about, Ashokan Music and Dance Camps and the Ashokan Center in the Catskill Mountains, really on the edge of the Catskills, kind of Hudson Valley, Catskill region.
That's us, on the edge.
I want to thank Dave Reiner for inviting us. And
thanks, Dave.
All you Fiddle Hell folks out there, we'll be at Fiddle Hell Online.
They are Fiddle Hellions.
In November.
Yeah.
So we'll be back. Hope to join you and you to join us. So here is our closing tune. Thank you all for joining us.
Thanks, everyone. That was a lot of fun. We had a great time. Hope you did too.
Keep enjoying your music and connecting with people however you can at these times. I guess digitally is a big way to do it, but it works.
Music's important.
Music is so essential. Thank you for joining us.